Recap. Previously on Monkey Detective, our two primate and human heroes intervened with the presidential primaries, casting their single vote which decided the tie. When our two friends voted for their favorite-looking candidate, Jo Jorgensen, it turned out she was actually Richard Nixon in disguise, back from his past to come and become president again. We join our beloved heroes today at the Stamford Police Department, where they are engaged in the regular flurry of busy work and paper shuffling. The two melancholy officers spend all their days reminiscing on past cases, longing for more meaningful work. They're tired of this pencil-pushing role. Suddenly, the landline on Monkey Detective's desk starts ringing up a storm. Bling, bling! It sounds something like that.
I'll get it, Monkey Detective. Hello? You're calling the SPD, or as I like to call it, the Stamford Police Department. How can we be of service?
Jeb whispers to Monkey Detective.
It must be a prank call, Monkey Detective. Teenagers these days, huh?
With the telephone hung back up and their papers finally filed, Jeb and Monkey Detective were ready to head home after a long day of work. Police Chief Fabian came in to greet them on their way out.
Thank you, boys. Maybe if you keep up this good work, you may get a brand new shiny assignment. Just kidding. See you at the fax machine, buddy. Also, the printer is jammed again. So if you could fix that, it would be stupendous. Keep up the good work, guys.
Jeb and Monkey Detective walk home in a sour mood.
Man, if only Chief Fabian would put us on some big case. We're definitely qualified. I mean, look at us.
Jeb looks at himself in Monkey Detective's reflection in a nearby house window, and a disheveled young man with an unbuttoned shirt looks back at him, along with a 4'2" chimpanzee.
If only something miraculously came along and put us on some, I don't know, wild goose chase or something. I'm tired of filing taxes all day.
Monkey Detective and Jeb shuffled into Jeb's mother's house and plopped down on the couch. As Jeb reaches for the remote, a gnarled hand unexpectedly grabs Jeb's smooth, silky arm with a menacingly tight grip. Jeb and Monkey Detective both scream in horror.
Ah!
A second withered hand grabs Jeb by the mouth, and a voice can be heard from inside the couch.
Shush, Jebediah. You'll wake your mother. You too, Monkey Detective. You of all people should be able to recognize these wizened sun-baked limbs.
Richard Nixon slowly leaks out of the crevice in Jeb's couch and plops his bony bosom down next to Jeb and Monkey Detective.
Richard Nixon? What are you doing here?
That's President Richard Nixon to you, Jeb, my boy. And Monkey Detective, my sweet child. Are your heads full of lead? Are your ears full of wax? Don't you know what day it is?
Is it January 20th? I'm not sure. Oh, of course. It's Inauguration Day.
Yes, you numbskull. And after you boys helped me get reelected after I posed in as Jo Jorgensen back in November's election, I've been preparing a wonderful speech for a great nation to hear.
Jeb and Monkey Detective recall when they made the trek to the last open polling station in the U.S., conveniently located in Nevada. After they'd seemingly voted for the presidential candidate Jo Jorgensen into office, Jorgensen actually turned out to be Richard Nixon in disguise, and thus they unknowingly made the deciding vote to put Richard Nixon in the Oval Office for the 12th presidential term.
Well, it's great that you're excited for your speech, Mr. President, sir, but what does that have to do with us?
Oh, my highly esteemed Vice President Ethan is missing only 2 hours before our inauguration. I need him to give his speech, Monkey. I know you boys are keen detectives, so that's why I came here. Listen, gentlemen, this is a top-secret mission. Only the best could have a hope of tracking down my Vice President Ethan Klein.
We'll find Ethan, sir. You can bet your bottom dollar.
Good, but want to get rid of that sucker anyways. Any last qualms before I scuttle out of here?
Oh, good point, Monkey Detective. My primate pal over here is asking if we do a good job in this case, could you possibly put in some good word for us over at the precinct? We're in dire need of a promotion.
Jeb, mano a mano. I do not care about the repercussions of anything in this sorry world. What do you want, a Bentley a fur coat, a diamond chain. All of you detectives want all the same things. I'll grant you both one fabulous wish, anything your heart desires. Just find me my vice president.
Monkey Detective and Jeb are on the case. Don't you worry, sir.
As Jeb and Monkey sprint out the door, Richard Nixon and his prosthetic legs scuttle towards the kitchen in a spider-like fashion, and Nixon proceeds to help himself to a fresh batch of brownies Jeb's mother had baked the morning prior. We now resume our story to Jeb and Monkey Detective cruising through the streets of Stamford in their Honda Elantra 2005.
Well, I don't know, Monkey Detective. Where would I go if I was a vice president and I had 2 hours before I had to give my inauguration speech? Oh, you terrific troglodyte. Of course, the Stanford roller rink. Let's go ask for some clues over there.
The duo raced over to the local roller rink and parked their car in the handicapped spot. As the boys pushed on the clearly marked pull doors of the Wanda Skate roller rink, an odor of Febreze and nachos hit them like a wiffle ball and seemed to carry them inside as if they were cartoon characters.
Wow, this place is bussin'. Everyone's here. Look over there. It's Mr. Ritz from the bank and Miss Wernstrom from the town dance studio. And why, look, even my mom is here.
And indeed she was, as Jeb's mom was gracefully escorted around the roller rink in a circular fashion. Police Chief Fabian's strong hands guided her every move. They looked into each other's eyes and smiled.
No, it's okay, Monkey Detective. We don't have to say hello. Say, Monkey Detective, why don't we go ask the cashier if he's seen the vice president around, huh?
As the Dos Amigos approached the concession stand, they saw none other sulking behind the counter but their arch nemesis, Eminem Jr., no relation.
Oh, great. Not you again.
Oh, snap. Why do you guys keep following me around? Whatever, you stinking chimpanzee.
Hey, no one gets to call him a chimpanzee. Listen, Eminem Jr., no relation. We just wanted to ask you if you've seen Vice President Ethan at all today. Just wondering.
Yeah, right. Like I'd help you two.
Suddenly, a great booming voice that somehow soothed and assured them at the same time called out to Jeb and Monkey Detective. It was a voice spoken from a diaphragm that reverberated near eardrums. Monkey and Jeb spun around 180 degrees and saw a tall, muscular figure with a wild hairdo that faintly resembled that of 50s rock star Elvis Presley.
Hey-ya! Did I hear the stress call of two very bummed out dudes?
Oh, hi, mister. We're looking for the vice president, but we can't seem to find him. And there's only 1 hour until the inauguration.
Oh, hey, don't worry, boys. I'll help you out. My name's Don, Elvis impersonator by trade. You mind if I slip into character for a while? I'm trying to practice for a big pageant. Well, thank you, Monkey Man.
Yeah, go ahead, Don. We don't mind. In fact, your booming voice is kind of reassuring. Like everything's going to be okay. Elvis is here, you know?
Why, yes, I do, little guy. But the work of an Elvis impersonator can be deadly. Hey, if one gets lost in the character, they may never find their way back. The Guild of Elvis Impersonators has one rule. You cannot spend more than 24 hours in Elvis form, or you can never go back, baby.
Wow, that's very insightful. Well, thank you for your wisdom, Don. Maybe you could help us out with this, with our rogue viceroy. Have you seen Mr. President around these parts?
As a matter of fact, I actually did see him waddle through here a few minutes ago. Yeah, he went right out that door. You better believe it, baby.
Wow, thanks, Mr. Don.
No problem, my furry friend. I'll help you look.
The three amigos hit the pavement of the parking lot, scanning far and wide for the slippery co-president.
Scanning for hostiles. Marking my surroundings.
Hark, do I hear the sweet call of a lovely young lady? It seems to be coming from over there. Shaboom.
The dynamic duo raced to the car from which the sound emanated and knocked urgently on the foggy window. There wasn't too much time left before the inauguration. A surprised and startled young woman rolled down the window at the sight of a young adult and a chimpanzee flashing their police badges through the steamy glass.
How can I help you, officers?
We're looking for a special someone, if you will. Goes by the name of Ethan. Seen him around? We were wondering if he might be in this car with you.
The girl in the car takes out a handkerchief and wipes down her face.
Oh, well, what's in it for me?
The young woman batted her eyelashes at Monkey Detective. Jeb unclipped a pair of handcuffs from his utility belt, and Monkey Detective brandished his taser menacingly.
The Stanford Police Department does not take bribes, woman. Please comply with the law in the next 2 minutes, or you will be detained.
Clearly frightened by Jeb and Monkey Detective's gadgets and gadgets, the girl in the car began to spill the beans.
Well, Ethan was telling me all about his medieval...
My partner here is right. We don't have time for all your little nitty-gritty details. Just tell us where he went.
All right. His phone started ringing and he said he needed to go to the downtown Olive Garden pronto. I offered to drive him, but he just galloped away like he was riding a horse or something. Hey, don't tell Eminem Jr. I was hanging out with Ethan again.
Peculiar. Peculiar indeed. Thank you for this vital information, Eminem Jr.'s girlfriend. I will be sure to probably not tell Eminem Jr. you were in the car with Vice President Ethan. We will be in touch. Thanks again, Don.
Hey, no problem, big fella. I'll be here if you need me. Boom.
Jeb smears a golden star into the woman's car, and he and Monkey Detective sprint into the distance. After half an hour of jogging, they finally arrive at the Stanford Olive Garden. Jeb kicks down the double doors, clearly marked pull, like he was a stranger in a Western saloon. Everyone in Olive Garden looks back at the shattered glass, and Jeb has created, and stares at him like he's in a Western saloon as well.
The SPD will pay for that. Table for two, please?
Jeb kindly looks up at the Olive Garden hostess and brandishes his little smile. Monkey Detective does the same and can't help but trickle a little pee while doing so.
Yeah, sure. I'll put you two at this table across from that rowdy bunch over there. Is that all right with you? No one else wanted to be seated near them.
Monkey Detective and Jeb turn their gaze over an Olive Garden booth filled to the brim with middle-aged, unshaven men in full suits of armor, chainmail, knight's helmet, and other medieval accessories.
So that would explain the horse in the parking lot.
Jib and Monkey Detective sat down at their table and watched the round knights of the round table bellow in laughter and guffaw with great force. They seemed to have no care for the cleanliness of their suits of armor, as there were no napkins in their lap, and one knight seemed to have his elbow in a bowl of spaghetti.
Yeah, these guys might know where to find Vice President Ethan. Let's go ask him.
Jeb tears Monkey Detective away from his unlimited breadsticks and helps him approach the gallant paladins of the Olive Garden booth.
I'm going to use my medieval voice for this one, Monkey Detective. We got to get in with the locals. Hello, fine adventurers. Have you happened to see a fine young distinguished bachelor that goes by the name of Ethan?
Huzzah! A man of quality! All these barmaids in this forsaken tavern have yet to treat us knightly knights with honor. And alas, no, unfortunately there is no Ethan among our ranks. But please, come be seated. We would love to treat you to this garrison of unlimited cheese curd-filled bread loaves. Quite the delicacy at the Garden of Olives. They have proven most delicious.
Jeb watches as another knight calls over to the Olive Garden waitress.
Oh, barmaid, would you please shuffle your sorry peasant bottom over to the kegs and fetch my esteemed companion right here a tall mug of mead?
The waitress, who was attending another table at the moment, let out a long sigh and dialed security. She also took a picture of the knights in the booth and uploaded them to r/Chonkers. Wholesome.
Oh, it's okay, sir. I don't drink. But if you could...
You don't drink, guffaw. How do you expect to find yourself a dame in these parts without some mead in your bones? Ha! Last time I seen a man who drank no mead was when I was in the jousting fields of Lancashire.
That's awesome, sir, but...
Now, boy, have I ever told you the story of when I conquered the righteous lair of the fine maiden Jo Jorgensen? Now, that was a beast worth slaying, guffaw, but at last I must save this tale for the morrow. My sensual feats are too much lengthy to detail in this lowly tavern. And aha, who might your furry companion be? What is this, some breed of pygmy stallion? Come hither, you stunted steed. I've been needing to use the privy.
Jeb pulls Monkey Detective away from the knight in greasy armor.
He's a little shy, but we don't have time for this, sir. We're in quite the hurry. We really need to find this Ethan guy.
Poor traveler, we have no Ethan among our ranks, but I must concur with Sir Galahad III. These wheaty constructs are quite superb, aren't they, boys?
Aye,
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 aye.
aye.
Hey.
As the knights cheer in favor of their bottomless breadsticks, a strangely modern wallet slips out of Sir Galahad's chainmail pocket. Monkey Detective slinks underneath the table, crawling through a forest of haired and sweaty legs to recover the wallet. He opens it and looks at the ID. Why, this wasn't Sir Galahad III. It was Ethan, the Vice President.
Aha! Avast, Sir Galahad, for we have discovered your true identity. The gig is up, my medieval mate, and you're late for your inaugural speech, and you've got to go.
Nonsense. All right, Lucky, you got me. I'd love to give my speech right now. I really would. But I'm waist deep in this Olive Garden fettuccine Alfredo, and my boys at the Renaissance Reenactment Club really need me to help finish these breadsticks.
Yeah, I guess Ethan wasn't really a knight after all. And he can't make his inaugural speech. Disappointing. What's next? I'm going to find out Ethan's a LARPer, too.
I prefer the term live action role players, actually.
LARPer or not, Ethan, you've got to come. It's your civic duty. Can you make it to the inauguration or not?
Jeb looks back at Ethan only to find him face down in the bowl of fettuccine Alfredo.
I'm sorry, boys. I'm really, but I'll never finish my spaghetti in time. Give President Nixon a call. I'm sure he'll know what to do.
And so he did. Jeb borrowed Monkey Detective's phone and dialed up Richard Nixon from the speed dial menu. It sounded a little something like this. Bring, bring!
Hello? Monkey Detective? Where's Ethan? We have to give our speech in exactly 20 minutes.
President Nixon, it's me. It's Jeb. Ethan can't make it. He's,
Jeb glances over at Ethan as he soils himself in pasta sauce and boils alive in that sweaty suit of armor.
Ethan's busy right now, but what should we do, Mr. President? We know how much this inauguration means to you.
Hello! What? Ethan? Slacking off on the job? Unacceptable. This freaking fool thinks he can work on his own schedule, huh? Well, there's a more flexible schedule for you, Ethan. You're fired. Jeb, Monkey Detective, you've got to find a new vice president stat. You haven't got much time. I have lots of faith invested in you, boys. Go see what you can arrange. Go see what you can do. Godspeed to you two. Get cracking.
20 minutes? Jeez. Where are we going to find a new vice president in that time? We need someone caring, compassionate, smart, and most importantly, good at the crown and popular with people.
Monkey Detective put on his thinking cap and scrunched his nose in a fashion that suggested he was truly thinking quite hard. Then, like a green snake up a sugar cane, Monkey rocketed into the air. He had just the idea. Or maybe he didn't. Maybe Jeb just couldn't understand the monkey at all and simply let him tag along because he was lonely. In any case, one of them had a bright idea.
Why Monkey Detective? That's a great idea.
Jeb clambers onto Monkey Detective's back, and together they break down the door of the Olive Garden and rocket back to where they came from. The roller rink was just as they left it, an establishment frozen in time. Inside, Don was waiting for them. He was standing high up on a table, sprinkling glitter on his legs, shaking this way and that, as the audience went wild for his mediocre performance of Elvis's greatest hit.
Way, you ain't nothing but a hound dog. Oh, I'm all down.
Don! America needs a new vice president. Quick!
Oh, whoa, what was that, Monkey Detective? Looks like my greatest fan's home, folks.
My name's actually Jeb. The small hairy ones, Monkey. Hey, wait, Monkey, get down from there. Monkey Detective.
Monkey Detective is hot dog rolling on the stage, catching as much glitter in his mouth as possible.
We need you, Don.
Yeah, we need you.
No, like as a vice president.
Whoa, hey, what was that, Jed? Whoa, see, wait, what's happening here, folks?
You gotta come with us, Don. You're the perfect candidate for the position.
Whoa now, cause old Donnie needs some convincing to do. You need to convince Donnie. Why would I, being Donnie, do something so un-Donnie-like and abandon my highly lucrative music and freelancing career for some lame-o desk job? Wow, you make a good point, Monkey. I never knew the universe worked that way. Cool, cats. Oh yeah, I'll meet you at the Capitol, Daddy-O. See you there.
Don made finger guns at Jeb before a smoke bomb casually rolled out of his sleeve.
Lucky detective, we gotta get to the Capitol now.
But when the smoke cleared, they were already there. Nixon was on stage, clearing his throat as he had been for half an hour, stalling for the arrival of his unknown vice president. Nixon finally stops upon seeing his reluctant assistants appear out of thin air and turns to face the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court that year, John Roberts.
Place your hand on the book.
In place of the usual Bible, Nixon had chosen to give his oath on a signed copy of Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief.
Repeat after me. I do solemnly swear.
Absolutely not. Not falling for that one again. Whoa, no, sir.
Nixon proceeds to give one of his infamous heavy backhanded slaps to Roberts, sending him spiraling into the audience like a football.
Ladies and gentlemen, I, Richard Nixon, am now your president. Enough fighting in the shadows. I'm back to destroy this wretched country. My constitutes don't stand a chance against my rule, and when I'm done, the scorched streets will make Cleveland look like a utopia. I want to thank all those who supported George Ogeson for making my administration possible, and you have unwittingly brought a doom upon your family. This country will succeed. God bless America. Doom.
The crowd cheered. Yeah.
No.
Good one, Nixon. That was certainly one of the best speeches Nixon had ever given in his 12 years. However, it was time for the vice president's speech, and Don was nowhere to be found. Suddenly, in full Elvis getup, Don T. Oliver takes the stage and wanders aimlessly to the microphone.
Ooh, howdy, boys.
Don, you made it. I knew you would.
I wouldn't miss it for the world, boys. Now, excuse me while I address this great nation. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, do not fear. I will not give you a long and a very boring speech like my comrade didn't hear. Isn't that right, Dick? Gonna call you Dick? Let's keep it Richard Presley. All right.
Don steps down off the podium, closer to the crowd, as to make his speech more personal. Don was a personal guy. Don gives high fives. Then Monkey Detective throws him a microphone.
Hey, American citizens. Hey.
Yeah.
You know. I just want to bring it down a bit. Boys, a little lower. Thank you, fellas. Let's get real. Let's get real for a moment. That's right. That's right. Although getting a whole inauguration is super cool. You want to know what the greatest honor you've given me is? You really want to know?
Yeah.
Listen, the greatest honor you've given me is that of me to serve you, the helpless people of the United States of America. At the very end of the day, well, I often ask myself, who would I be without you?
Whoa. As the crowd erupts into an applause, several mothers and fathers throw their infant children up to Don, and Don proceeds to juggle them like bowling pins. He kisses them each on the forehead and throws them back to their respective parents, not unlike Metro Man from the classic film Megamind. What a guy. The two were wrapped up in all the commotion and raucous applause when an especially long double-decker limousine pulled up alongside them. The door to the side of the car opened upwards, not unlike the car from Spies in Disguise trailer.
Get in, boys. You've done me proud.
Yes, sir.
The two rambunctious detectives clambered into the limousine where Nixon was standing upright waiting for them.
As agreed upon, I will grant each of you one wish. Choose wisely the knowledge I've given you, and remember, there's only one wish.
Jeb happily clambers onto Nixon's lap and whispers his wish in old Richie's ear.
All right, Nixon, or President Nixon, Monkey Detective and I, Jeb Goldenstein, could you get us a promotion to be the lead detectives in the Stanford Police Department?
Really, son? That's what you truly want? Weak stuff indeed. Fine, so be it. Monkey, come here, you glorious ball of nonsense.
Monkey Detective climbs along the ceiling of the cab, eventually dropping into Nixon's lap.
Oof. I say, I do see monkey. Monkey see, monkey do. They're all yours, monkey. I trust you'll put them to good use.